Yo, what's up? It's comedian TK Kirkland. You listen to Signal 27 with this fly nigga in the back. Yeah. Yeah.
It's your man, comedian A-Train. Got my boy Gordon right here. Shout out to Signal 27, man. If you ain't tuned into that podcast, you ain't living.
Duval is your comedy cousin. That's why I'm repping with my boy Leroy Gordon. Check out his radio station, Signal 27. Signal 27, man, goes down, man.
It's your man Steve Brown. Y'all make sure y'all tune in to Signal 27 Radio. It's going down. It's gonna be stupid.
Hey, Kenny Williams, man. Make sure you check out Signal 27 Radio Show.
What's going on, everybody? I'm your boy, Christian, comedian Funny Bone. The Bible declares in Proverbs 17:22, a merry heart doeth like medicine, but a broken spirit drives the bone. Giving big shout outs for Signal 27 Radio. Do your thing. Stay humble, but stay clean. Funny Bone, much love.
Tyler Craig, when I ain't selling goddamn drugs to the kids up in high school, I'm listening to my man on podcast, Signal 27. Yeah.
What's up? This is comedian Jay Granger, man. I'm here with my boy Leroy Gordon. Y'all check out Signal 27 Radio, man. It's a podcast every Sunday, 6:30.
Yo, what's up? It's comedian Shang, at comedian Shang, and it's Signal 27 in the building all day.
Hey, I'm your boy Michael Kanye, world famous, world renowned, often talked about a legend comedian, and we rocking over here at Signal 27 Radio, baby.
Hey everybody, it's the bad girl of comedy, the original bad girl of comedy, Lunel, here in hot and sunny Los Angeles, California. But guess what? I know this. You're not watching or listening to anything if you're not checking out Signal 27 Radio, baby. All day. Stay there.
Hey everybody, it's me, Crazy George Wallace. I came down here to get some fish, wind up staying all night. But you can talk to me on Signal 27. That's the best signal you're gonna get. Ain't no clearance system. It's the best signal you're gonna get. Signal 27. And my man, Leroy. Leroy, I don't know what his real name is. But I know I'm his real daddy, I know that.
Oh,
Hey, it's your boy Rodney Perry. Signal 27 is off the chain. Signal 27!
What's going on, everybody? This is the Signal 27 show. We are back this weekend. This week. Yo, listen, y'all.
It's still the weekend.
It's still the weekend. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I was right. I was right. Yeah. Listen. I wanted to bring some attention. Some things have changed with the show. Last week, if you all watched the show, we had some special call-in guests that called into the show and expressed their ignorance. And it had me rethink. I had got some advice from everybody on the panel, as well as some other comics who had their own personal podcasts. So we have decided, I have made an executive decision to take the phones off of the call-in.
Good.
And here's the reason why. The call-in is strictly for us to be able to do interviews with individuals who we feel are more important than trying to get individuals to. Last week we just had some trolls, and I feel like last week was kind of a little over the top for me. Even though I let it go on, after I went back and I looked at the show, I was like, I should have stopped it early. And I just kept egging it on. If y'all don't know, y'all can go back and listen. I didn't take it down, so you can go back and listen to the rest of the show. We just had some things that was going on that I would have preferred not to have happened after listening to the show. It just turned out to be a bad show at the end of the day. Why, you don't think so?
No.
Why not?
No, I'm saying that when it's bad, I think you're being a little too hard on yourself. You didn't let it go on. I wouldn't put the blame on you.
Oh, well, no. If I'm the, what do you call it, curator or the person that's supposed to be keeping the show moving forward, I moved it into a direction where I gave power to ignorant people, and that's what I don't want. And that's what it all boils down to. It's going to be getting to a point to where we're going to be in the eyes of hundreds of thousands of millions of people, and I don't want millions of people to get bombarded by the ignorance of a few that felt the need to call and express their ignorance across a platform that didn't have nothing to do with them, across a subject that didn't have nothing to do with them to begin with. So at the end of the day, I appreciate them for watching. You're going to either watch because you enjoy the content, or you're going to hate. And if you are a hater, I would prefer you to sit in the back of the bus with the rest of the haters. You feel me?
So you're still going to allow them the ability to watch. You just won't allow them
as
to
a matter of
call
fact,
in
right,
and voice their ignorance.
Right. As a matter of fact, they can also in the chat. I'm not going to stop the chat monsters from doing what they do in the chat. Okay. We can see in the chat, but at the end of the day, we can ignore that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So if you got something ignorant to say or whatever, I'm not condoning it, but if you want to say something retarded in the chat, say it. But chances are we're not going to acknowledge you, and we're going to keep you in the back of the bus of why this train going.
So if we have some callers of substance, they won't be able to call in either?
If they callers of substance, they can place their comments in the comment section. And
so everybody's comments.
Right. So you can put it in the comments. If we see that comment and it's something that we consider acknowledging, then we will definitely acknowledge it. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, I don't want one dirty, disgusting apple to destroy the bunch. You know what I'm saying? So That's it in a nutshell.
Okay.
Bam. How you like me now?
Bang, 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 bang.
R.I.P. to John Witherspoon, everybody. R.I.P.
Yes. For all y'all that don't know, John Witherspoon had passed away a day before.
No, he's back.
Is he back?
Well, I'm going to tap into John Witherspoon's energy
Go ahead.
on my altar. So I'm going to tap into that comedic energy. And when I get a chance, all the comedians that have went to a different realm, I'm going to make them their own separate altar pretty soon.
So each comedian is going to have their own baby altar, is what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm going to give them an altar in a whole different room. You know, if anybody comes stay in the guest room, don't get spooked out. Because you'll be like, wow, all these deceased comedians up here. Hey, I'm giving them a realm, and I'm going to give them the energy. I'm going to give them some food.
No Ouija board.
I'm going to give them some money. Yeah, I like Ouija too, you know. Yeah, because, hey, if I can tap into that energy and some of that energy come back to me, I'm good. You feel me?
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah.
Well, RIP to John Witherspoon. He has definitely had some accomplishments. One of the favorite things that he did that I enjoyed was Friday, being Pops and Friday, and also being Pops and the Boondocks. He was the voice of Pops and the Boondocks, you know. So, you know, he had some accomplishments and things like that. So y'all keep his family in prayer, and let's keep this thing going. Hey, we got to keep making this funny, even for him. He gave us the platform. He pushed us forward. You know what I'm saying?
I want to be his sister.
Yeah,
I think about.
What happened?
I want to be the sister who we be talking about, the church lady.
Oh.
Not only that, I think he put a message to everybody that it's never too late. You know, I don't know when he started his career or when y'all first seen him, but he clearly shows that even though you up in age, you still can be great. You still can perform. It's like don't put a limit on yourself.
He used to write for the Letterman show.
Did he?
John,
he did.
Yeah, he used to write for one of them.
Man, so David is right. So there's no age limit to anything that you want to do. I thought when I got into this comedy game that I was. No more. Could you? How old are you?
Nothing.
You ain't nothing.
You hit them 4 decades yet?
I'm nothing.
Nothing. All
right. So he's a womb. Anyway, so like you said, there's no age to anything. I thought I was old when I was getting into the comedy game, roughly around 5 years ago, and just feeling like my back was against the wall as to what I can do. You look at a person like Kevin Hart.
In the chair.
Kevin, huh?
No, I was saying good thing you were sitting in the chair.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Got your bite from against the wall.
Yeah, a lot of them guys was almost 20 plus years in.
Right. So that means they blew up. So that means how old were they? Like 19, 20 when they started doing comedy. You know what I mean?
I was young.
Yeah, you alluded to Kevin Hart, right? He started at 16. Chappelle started at 16 locally.
Right. You know what I mean? And I'm like, yo, and I'm getting into it now. It's like, yo, now I feel like how am I going to catch up to where they are?
Right.
You know what I mean?
I go past
keep putting out content. Just keep going. That's it.
I want to go further, like make my own mark in a different way.
You do. That's right.
How?
Yeah.
By doing different stuff. I mean, it can be the same, but my way can be different.
All right.
Well, hey, I agree with you.
I don't feel like getting confused today.
So listen, right? We're gonna
it's
have
really basic.
Listen here, we got today's topic is going to be chains from prison to jail. How our forefathers before us was doing all that they can do to get out of chains.
And slavery to jail, not prison to jail.
Yeah,
did I mess that up?
Yeah, it is a downgrade though, because I think you won't get raped as much in jail. In prison, you just gonna have to take the dick.
Jail, from slavery to jail.
Yes, from slavery to jail. Our forefathers
from virgin
did everything.
To pregnant.
Our forefathers did everything they could do to get out of slavery for our current generation to glorify it by going back to prison and putting themselves back in chains. So that's the main topic. But before we start, we are going to be interviewing a young lady by the name of Latricia Taylor. For all of y'all that do not know, hold on right quick. While I get this thing going, I'm going to go ahead and bring up somebody. Y'all just one moment.
What's going on, everybody? I'm your boy, Christian, comedian Funny Bone. The Bible declares in Proverbs 17:22, a merry heart doeth like medicine, but a broken spirit drives the bone. Giving big shout out for Signal 27 Radio. Do your thing. Stay humble, but stay clean. Funny Bone, much love.
Yo, what's up? It's comedian Shang, at comedian Shang, and it's Signal 27 in the building all day.
Yo, this your boy Earthquake. Listen, man, Signal 27 is the #1 podcast for live comedy in Duval. And it's your boy Earthquake. I will be on it, but you need to listen now. But I'm on it now. #1, Earthquake. That's what's happening.
Hey everybody, it's the bad girl of comedy, the original bad girl of comedy, Lunell, here in hot and sunny Los Angeles, California. But guess what? I know this. You're not watching or listening to anything if you're not checking out Signal 27 Radio, baby, all day. Stay there.
All right, those are our plugs, ladies and gentlemen. As y'all know, we are Signal 27, and we be getting it in. You see all of those people that be shouting us out like that. Hey. We appreciate it. You know what I'm saying?
And that's real. That ain't no fake stuff.
Ain't no fake stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, listen. Uh-oh. Oh, the person we were supposed to be doing the interview with doesn't seem to be available. No, she has minutes, man. Yeah. Don't do it like that, man. So, in the meantime, for all of y'all that don't know, yesterday I did a show. Y'all might have not known. I did a show for the Chasity Taylor Foundation. It was a young lady who runs the foundation. Her name was Latricia Taylor, and I think I got the number wrong, but there was a young lady by the name of Latricia Taylor who runs the foundation who asked me to do some comedy for a show yesterday, and it was an outstanding event. It was the 5th annual White Wonderful Winter. It was something like that, something of that nature. But it was an outstanding event. I had on purple because the colors was purple. You know what I'm saying? But I look like a grape. Barney. Y'all know my purple that I wear.
Barney or grapevine?
Or Grimace.
What'd you say?
Barney or grapevine?
Grimace?
No, it wasn't Grimace. It was I was in my purple hat with my
Prince.
No, I was No, I was not. I was in my purple hat with my purple vest on, and I was looking real good in it. Y'all judging me?
No, you got to be confident.
Huh?
You're supposed to.
Am I? Yeah, but I was real nice in that. Let's see what we got here.
The number you have reached.
Yes, hello?
Hello.
Yes, is this Latricia?
Yes, this is she.
Hey, how you doing this evening? This is the Signal 27 show. I know I said I was going to be calling. How you doing this evening?
Trish.
I'm doing wonderful.
That's good. That's good. Now, so before we get started, I did explain to you that we was doing the Signal 27 show this evening. I wanted to interview you because you have an outstanding story, and I wanted you to go ahead and tell it and get it out there. Do you mind telling us a little bit about yourself, please?
Yes. As you said, my name is Latricia Taylor. I am the CEO and founder of the Chasity Taylor Foundation. In addition, I'm an author, business entrepreneur. I am originally from Syracuse, New York, and I live here in Jacksonville, Florida for the past 20 years.
Oh, wow.
Oh, you from here?
Can we get a Duval?
Yeah, you from here.
No. She's from Syracuse. Don't be trying to give her this.
20 years, you are acclimated. 20 years, you are acclimated. So you are from Duval by way of Syracuse.
Then you from Duval.
Huh? I'm from Duval. We've been here since 2002. So we from here?
No.
You're not gonna claim it. Oh, no. Come on. All right. Well, listen. Right. You did say you had a book. What's the name of your book?
My book is called A Mother's Love, A Mother's Pain.
Okay. And how did that come about?
That book came about after my daughter was killed in a DUI crash in 2014. And I wanted to find an outlet to kind of help me grieve. And in that process, I was writing down, journaling my thoughts about her and how I was feeling, just trying to figure out how to way to get through it. And then I was encouraged to put it, in a book form. So I did. And the purpose of it was to share my story as a mother and how I felt being pregnant and having my children, and then leading up to getting the news that your child at 22 years old was now taken from you. And then how my journey started of dealing with that, my ups and downs throughout that process.
Okay, and I'm assuming that's how the foundation had came about as well. Is that correct?
Yes, we wanted to turn the negative into something positive.
Okay.
So that's how we started the foundation to give back in her name to do something positive in the community to help families here in Jacksonville.
Okay, and how long has your foundation been going?
We will be officially 5 years in January.
Okay. Now I'm gonna tell you, they had an outstanding event yesterday. I'm talking about. I was so thankful to actually be a part of it. They had DJ King Ron that was there, outstanding photographers that was there, in a place called the Hilltop Restaurant. And if y'all never been to the Hilltop Restaurant, this place is extravagant. I mean, I'm talking about they had. Now I don't really eat like meat like that, but they had. Spare rib tips. I had to make it my point to let them know these spare rib tips made me look like I was getting ready to go back to eating meat once I saw them spare rib tips. But it was an outstanding event. It was the 5th annual event. How do you come by getting those names for your events? Because this one here was the 5th. It was like Winter Wonderland, correct?
Yes. Every year we sit down and excuse me, the first 2 years we kind of focused on doing it in a setting where we had speakers and all that stuff. And then we realized, we want to actually, although it's a fundraiser, we also want to celebrate because what people don't realize is that she passed away the first Saturday of November. And yesterday happened to be the actual date of death. But when we did it, we wanted to do it in a celebration type. So we started coming up with themes. And the first time we did the theme, we did a masquerade, Harlem Nights theme. And then last year we did a 50s theme. But of course, because this was the true 5-year, we wanted to do something real upscale and elegant. And because I am originally from up north, where it snows, is where the Winter Wonderland came from, to bring a little bit of that weather down here to Florida.
That's cool.
Okay.
Sounds
And it was a
nice.
cool day yesterday too. So it's just ironic how it was just a beautiful day. It wasn't winter where you need like a jacket or looking like my co-host here. It's not that my co-host is wrapped up in a sweater and got his hoodie on, and it's not that cool in here.
No,
oh, wow.
This is the black experience. I'm representing the black male that's been oppressed by the Caucasian society.
Stop it. By wearing a hoodie. I just don't.
Trayvon, rest in peace, homie.
Anyway, as far as if somebody wanted to get in contact with you to be able to contribute to your foundation or to even purchase your book, what could it be? How can they get in contact with you?
To get in contact with me, you can go to my website, latriciataylor.com. And on my website, you can purchase my book. I have actually 2 books and a journal and other merchandise, but you can go there and purchase that. Of course, it's always available on Amazon as well. There is a link on that website that will take you to our foundation, but just in case you want to go directly there, you can go to chastitytaylorfoundation.org. And on there is a donate button that you can click and donate to our foundation. If they're on Facebook, they can check us out on Facebook, the Chasity Taylor Foundation. You can also see all the past 5 years of all our events, our scholarship winners, and everything we've been doing over the past 5 years. And you can reach out to us directly by calling 904-333-5076 as well.
Oh, okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, y'all know how to get in contact with her to get some things going. My wife is also putting all of your information in the chat so that way they can reach out to you and be able to contribute to you to help continue to grow your foundation. I want to say thank you for allowing me to be a part of the experience that you all are providing to the community. Thank you so much. Is there anything else that you would like to plug to let the people know about you?
I would like to say first, thank you for yesterday. You did a great job. Everyone enjoyed it. They talked about it afterwards, so we really appreciate you coming out and blessing us yesterday. And the only other plug I would say for personally, for 2020, I am booking speaker engagements to come out because I want to share my story with other people and also talk to people about some of the challenges I dealt with by losing a child at 22 and some of the financial responsibilities that we have to teach our children.
Oh, that's great.
Well, my just not putting anything in stone, but my wife, she also has a book and she's a speaker as well. Maybe she can reach out to you and be able to share her experience as well, and that way you all can go back and forth, and then maybe you all two can work together. How about that?
That is awesome. I would love to have her reach out to me and we can just chat and just see where it goes.
Okay, well, yeah, you hear that, baby? You got that. Well. You can write down the number right there because you the one put it in the chat. You know what I'm saying? So, Mrs. Taylor, I thank you for giving us the time to provide us with an interview about what you have going on. I thank you for your time, and I appreciate you. And let's keep this thing going. I want to definitely stay in contact and be able to contribute any way I can as far as being the Signal 27 show.
I think that definitely. Thank you as well.
Thank you.
No problem. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
That's amazing.
Yes, it is. To have that's like from similar to how your book is, from terrified to triumphant. Mother's love or mother's pain. It goes from two different aspects of life, from the love of having a child to the pain of losing one. Similar to yours, from terrified, being scared as a child, to being triumphant as an adult, having to live through that to become an exceptional adult and parent after that. So they have a little similarities. It's both, somewhat. You know what I mean? You think? Maybe not. No. Yes.
Definitely turning pain into triumph. I mean, yes, in that aspect, but I could never compare my story with hers because that's two totally different things, and I don't want to make it seem like I'm trying to, there's no similarities in that.
Right.
And I mean, and God bless her. I just don't know, what that feels like. So the stories aren't similar in that way, but turning pain
I would
into
say
triumph.
turning pain into triumph
into strength. Yeah, absolutely.
Right. It's probably the similarities, but the actual stories themselves is different. You know what I mean?
Right.
But thank you for helping me clarify because I struggle with that. I'll throw two things together. Red and blue make green. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
So listen, right? Moving on. Today's topic is chains. Now I saw an image that I put as part of the thumbnail. If you all didn't see it, then you need to go like the Signal 27 page, follow it, and hit us up, because on the Signal 27 page it shows the image of a slave looking in the mirror, but it looks like one of those mirrors where you see yourself in the future. And he asks, like, the future self, I spent all my time trying to escape, and you willfully put yourself back into those chains. Now, let me ask y'all a question. What makes you think that? Why are we in a situation where it's cool that seems like to have gone back to jail? Your thoughts?
So I was just watching upstairs this, I don't know if it's like documentary type series with called The Rapture, and it's different rappers and their back experiences in their life growing up. And I was just watching the one with 2 Chainz. A lot of y'all know, I mean, I'm not a rap person. It aggravates me, but these stories and where these guys come from, their background is interesting to me. So I was looking at that and just looking at 2 Chainz, and he said that he was in the drug game at an early age, and going to jail was a sign of like puberty for them. He was just saying that as a young child, all the guys in the neighborhood knew that once you go to jail, like, you made it. And that was a part of their lives. It was sad to see that.
That's
but
true.
I mean, it's the world we live in, I guess. I mean, I guess I'm a girl, is different. I wasn't in any drug game or anything like that, but that was very sad. He was like, it's a part of, like, a sign of puberty to go to jail, because he went to juvie for some time.
It was a culture that we created in our mind.
Street cred.
Yeah. It wasn't even much about street cred. It was like, oh, they know me. Yeah. It's like a graduation from school. Like,
That's
okay,
what
I
he
went
said,
to jail. Okay, now you know me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And they know the average person cannot handle jail. So it's like if you survive jail, you're kind of on the upper echelon as far as being gangster. Like, you're not a real G unless you've been locked up.
And in terms of the day, the little kids don't look to live past 18. Like, they ready to die.
It's true.
It's when they want to live, that's when they die.
But in reality, some people, if you're not able to focus by not going to jail, sometimes that isolation and that hardship is what's needed to really wake you up, to deprive you of your freedom, to give up your freedom, and where you can't do things when you want to, and then maybe you'll take life serious then. Some people do when they go to jail. They take life serious. Like you'll see some get educated. They come out. They start a business. We had a stock guy that studied stock the whole time he was locked up. So it's a matter of what do you do during your time of isolation. But you want to avoid that. You don't really need to be locked up.
Look what the kids are exposed to. Though.
When you are culturally brainwashed to believe that is acceptable,
yeah, that's something they believe.
It's not abnormal to you.
Right.
So when you grow up in a gang culture or a crime-ridden area, not saying
it's really not no gang culture. That's something they named it so they can RICO them.
So what do you do when this is all you know? You just participate.
Exactly.
Yeah, you participating, but you understand thinking about it, did I understand what slavery was as a young person? No, I didn't. So I think we're failing there as a culture by letting them know, listen, dog, you had grown men getting buck busted by the slave master. You was forced to walk from the selling blocks to your plantations, wherever you was going to be at, in chains. So you got to understand that, and the chains that you're wearing, these handcuffs, ain't nothing compared to the shackles, because that's what they had. Shackles on their feet and on their wrists.
Right.
Walking from place to place. And you all are just willfully saying, okay, well, yeah, it was that way we was being sold, but now it's hard. I'm no snitch. I'm not going to snitch or tell on nobody, and when I go to jail, I'm gonna come out and I'm gonna be hard. But then
I'm snitching on everybody.
Now, remember we had the conversation about the broken home, especially the black broken home where there's single mothers. There's no fathers. The mother's working 2 or 3 jobs. Your only sense of family are those criminals.
Exactly.
So when they are incarcerated, you want to be with your family. It is nothing to go hang out with your boys because, they in the joint. I'm going to the joint, man. It's cool. We're gonna be a brotherhood. We're gonna be together.
I don't
I just
know
think
about
this
that
was.
one.
I agree. I agree.
Oh, really?
And I think this was designed when these ghettos or these hoods were created,
It's
and when
all
these
part of
drugs
social
were dropped
engineering.
into the black neighborhoods with the intention of separating the black families and having all the men go away to jail so that the women are forced to work and they're not home to raise their kids. So I agree with that. If that's all they're exposed to, and that's what love feels like to them, family feels like to them, it's hard to separate a kid once you get a kid at a young age until he decides he don't want to do that no more.
Remember that movie South Central? OG Bobby Johnson, Lil Son, Deuce.
Yeah. If that's all he
that perfectly explains this whole topic.
Have you ever saw that movie on Netflix called American Son?
Yeah.
It's similar like that. Like his decision, he got a white daddy and a black mama. But he was culturally like
confused.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So they gave it. So at the end of the movie, he got killed.
Yeah.
Not
American Son?
Yeah, American Son. It's pretty
just
good.
watched it the other night. It was good.
And it's in one room. That's how good it is. It's filmed in one room. The whole movie.
Oh wow! I'm gonna have to check that out.
But it's a great depiction of this this topic,
and it's truthful.
Yeah,
it's
and
very truthful.
He was raised by 2 good parents. I mean, very smart young man.
Right.
But the whole fact of the matter is, he was biracial. But his black part, he was mad because he was half white because his father left and stepped out of the picture. Oh yeah, white man. He left his kid. Okay. So I mean, he was conflicted. He was confused about that, and so he was hanging with other black guys, which his father didn't approve of. Hanging with other black guys, and because he was black, got pulled over by the cops. He got killed. He got shot.
Well, I think, we had that excuse of going to jail back in the day or prison, not having mentors and all that. But with today's technology and the access we have to YouTube and Google, you can research something to do. You don't necessarily have to have that person, that mentor, to come in front of you, or that parent to say do this, that, or the other. You can literally go on YouTube and find ways of making money and being an entrepreneur and all that. Anything not to be put in that system. Because even when you go in that system, you still got to work. Like the one guy that did the stocks thing, he said they made 8 cents a day cutting down trees.
That's why Jordan opened in Hills.
Yeah.
The work.
But did you have that mindset at a young age, though? I mean,
No.
so when you're a young guy, you're
we didn't
not
have
exposed to that
we didn't
type
have
of environment.
We didn't have access to Google or YouTube either at my young age.
Yeah, true.
It wasn't no internet.
We had books, we had encyclopedias, we had things that resources
Right,
we could have.
but look at it like this, right? I don't mean to cut you off. It wasn't on our forefront to think about because one, it really wasn't being taught in school about that. You know what I'm saying? You don't get taught about how to make money in school, finances. You don't really get taught about your culture in school. Most of the time, what you end up getting taught about yourself is what you either hear on the radio or see on TV that really will keep thoughts in your head. You know what I mean? Now, I agree somewhat with David. It just so happened that certain things started coming across my timeline that I started to pique my interest. You know what I mean? So after a while, it was like, I want to learn more about this, but if it's never dropped in front of you to be able to see it, then how are you supposed to move forward with looking for it? You know what I mean?
Let me tell you what was dropped in front of me back in the day. Now, for anybody that's not familiar with Cleveland, we are full of Crips, Bloods, Vice Lords, and folks. Unfortunately, some of my family were the ones that brought the folks into Cleveland, so I'm not participating in that. But what was done for me was, you want to go to school or you want to make this money? 20,000 cash waiting in front of my face. You stand on this block 2 weeks, this is what you're going to have. Or you want to stay in the house with your mama. You tell me how many people going to turn that down when you living with rats and roaches. And go grab a phone and look at the internet and see what you could do in 20 years after you go to school.
I'm going to be real honest. I think that's what's wrong with our culture right now. It's because they know we're poverty stricken, and ain't nobody really going to turn down $20,000 when it's sitting right there in your face. Nobody really, probably in our culture, has ever seen 20 stacks just sitting right there on the table for you to be able, like, okay, well, this is all I need for you to do is this. Here's 20 stacks. You can have it. You do this. They're going to go ahead and do it to make that money. You know what I mean?
We were actually programmed by our own.
Explain.
We always talk about, okay, the Caucasian, the European, or whatever. Okay, that's cool. But you got to understand, they did it to your ancestor, your mother, your father. So when you look, guess what you're going to do? Them was the biggest heroes back in the days.
Well, what, the slave master?
No, your parents. So if you see what your parents do or whatever, that's what you want to be. Remember, you had dreams back in the days. Remember that when the police wasn't no issue like that. That's when people wanted to be the police. Yeah. They'll come to the school with the little badges and you all on the intercom and all that. But we let that get out of hand. We was in control of that, to me, back then. And then we didn't need them like that because the community had everybody back. So now it's a whole lot different. And it should be that because the world grows. Everything grows. So you have to grow. But they put in the system now to make your kids feel like they can do anything.
And not respect the law or anything like that as
nothing.
Far as anything?
Yes. You don't have to respect nothing. And that give them the justification, I don't know. Because you got thugs, wasn't much, no bad word back then. Thugs was just somebody who made it up out of a dirty environment, a dirty hood or whatever, and they made it and they helping each other. The media, the news, put a spin on it. And then the news make mistakes all the time, but they never go back and correct it or apologize.
I agree.
Shout out to my dad, because my dad was police growing up, 20 years plus. And he will be 71 November 16th. Okay. And I think he's probably the oldest, the male that have lived the longest that I know since I've been on this earth. And he will be completing his doctorate real soon. Hey. The only thing I say is this, he learned how to work for others real well, but he haven't created something that we can plug into, for our next generation to have our own business. So that's why at least I know at a minimum, unit of belief is trademark. So at a minimum, anybody behind me can come and build on unit of belief. We own that. You feel me? So I put something in place, not to mention real estate and stuff like that. I'm going to have that because I think we should always build for our children's children. So a lot of us don't look at that.
Yeah, but we got to be careful with that and make sure they understand what that means. Because that's like hitting the lottery and you never had nothing. You never worked for it. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So
that's dangerous.
You want to make sure that they have a respect for the process of how they're going to get this money passed on to them. I do understand that a lot of these people end up passing over stuff over to their kids, and their kids just screwing it
And
up.
that's exactly
Right.
That's
You
why
know
they
what I mean?
blow it.
So you damned if you do or you damned if you don't. So I would rather them screw it up. At least I did my part. See, a lot of times we worry about what can't happen and what won't happen, and we never focus on what could happen. So we wind up not doing it.
Yeah, I think a lot of people scared to live. It done got to a point where a lot of people just scared to live.
And please, let's not forget the word predation, because if the people that are in power right now, they don't want to lose that power. And if you get in yours and it's taken away from them, they're going to find a way to get up at you.
Well, so that brings up another topic. Did y'all see the interview that was on the Breakfast Club with Byron Allen?
Sure did.
And Byron Allen is suing Comcast and another media Charter,
right,
for how they disperse their funds, and how it's not going into black-owned media. And they're bringing up the fact that now they feel like they bring up what the Civil Rights Act of 1896, I believe is what it is. It's called. So now he's doing his business by fighting for us. I'm in a situation where I'm kind of fearful for him. You know what I mean? It's just
it is, because there's some big boys.
Yeah, Charlamagne's like, they gonna put a bullet in the back of your head.
Well, that'll be a blessing.
Not for him.
Well, yeah, we're in spirit to be freed up, but we're not gonna go that deep.
We need that brother fighting for us.
Right, we need.
He's one of the few that's got enough money to fight with them.
Right, you need to study his blueprint and have more in line. See, the problem is when we do stuff, we don't have nobody to back us up. It's only that one person doing everything.
Even the Black Congress.
But it was only 7 of them out of eight out of 40 something.
He say 8, and then 47 of them didn't sign it.
Right. So why wouldn't they sign it? And they part of the Black Caucus.
They scared. You got to understand, it still take hard. Whatever you do, it still take hard. That's why when you not scared of death,
there you go.
That's when you transform.
That's when you really living.
Yes, that's when you really living.
When you can't be manipulated by money and not scared of death, you dangerous.
Yeah. So and Tiffany said it best. We need to protect Byron and Tyler.
Yes.
How are we gonna do that?
And that's the question. How are we going to be able to protect them? If we can't even protect ourselves.
We can't do
We don't. Yeah, like I think Mike was it Killer Mike said it best. One, we get fed by other cultures. Other cultures supply us with the weapons that we need. We don't create our own weapons.
Come on.
And things like that. So one, we're not ready to start anything. We're unable to protect anything. And if they was to come through here with tanks or whatever, we don't have the means to be able to fight that off.
Right.
We don't even have a culture or a government that works for us that be able to allow us to buy military grade weapons.
So they got a weapon where they can scramble your brain.
Yeah.
Didn't have that.
Yeah.
But imagine if they use that. You through.
Segment will protect you.
Right, but they've been doing war culture the entire time, like what is it? Shooting us with disease,
Ebola
weapons, Ebola,
syphilis,
AIDS,
syphilis. Yeah, they ran a bunch of tests with syphilis.
Right, but the thing about it is that they already had patents on the cures for these drugs. But the
so
thing
they did all this to y'all.
Us.
You say y'all.
I'm a spirit. I'm not in the flesh.
Yeah, I mean, I do believe that believe that there's a yin and a yang. If there's a spirit, there's also a physical that goes.
Everybody got a spirit,
right?
You know
Once you conquer your spirit, then your flesh. That's what you fighting, really, your flesh.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when you get to that spirit level, like it's like a whole new level.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm in a situation now to where I believe that this platform can be used to be able to help build and uplift our people, and I wouldn't be looking to get money from it. I'm looking for our people to want to support. Now, my question is, am I expecting too much from our people?
No. You're expecting too little.
Why? You think that?
Why? Because you're doing something, and most of our people not doing that.
Yo, and that raised a question too, because when those guys called in last week and I went to go check out their page, right? Ain't none of them had nothing on their page. They was quick to jump on this page and spew their
evil. Well, that's their job.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Their job is to keep you from focusing on your higher self. And you building up your higher self. You already said you wanted to teach the youth and people who want to build a podcast how to build a podcast. That could be your legacy that will live on further past you because you were compassionate enough to teach others how to do what you're doing.
I agree with that. Well, amen. Or what is it? Ashe?
It's Ashe, Amen, and Amun. All those words have power.
And a sun. I don't know. It's one of those. It's one of them, however you want to call it.
We need all the words we can get.
That was Chip. Chip be snorting when he laughs too hard.
We need all the words we can get.
Cold is white, bro. Why you sniffing on something?
When they close down a grocery store, our people say, let's go sit on their doorstep at their corporate office. Let's get them back here to open up the place. They don't say, oh, there's an opportunity here. I can build something and I can grow. I could be an entrepreneur. That doesn't happen. So,
but a lot of, like I say, deployment versus employment.
Well, it's a lot of us that got together and we came up with some solutions. And some people that are already.
Some people want to see it work, and then they'll jump aboard.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Steady from the ground on up.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Yeah, get in where you fit in. One goddess she's in the third phase of her grocery store on King Avenue over by EWC, where there's a food desert. And she's already did the planning. She did the fundraising part. And now they're going to be breaking ground. And she said they'll be done building by March. But she's willing to help over there on the gateway thing. And she said she don't even live over there. She lives in Zip 25. So she don't even need it. But her compassion for the people in the community is there. So we already met and had a meeting about it. So we got about 8, 9, 10 people that's ready to get together and talk about doing something and putting the stuff in place, rather than just complaining.
Well, I heard that it was Publix that's closing down off of Gulf End. Was it Norwood?
There's a lot of petitions, though.
Yeah, but I mean, what is it? I think the Publix was renting out that space.
Right.
They were leasing.
So that was they was leasing. So Publix didn't even own the building. They was paying rent.
But a lot of people doing that. That's slick.
If that building
save money and make money.
Yeah, if you get sued, they got to sue that building. They can't sue you.
Exactly.
So I mean, I think that one, there is an opportunity for us to be able to feed our people. One, we got to have the right management in there to know how to get the right foods in there for our people to want to go shop there and have it reasonably priced. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's going to be the question. I think we are in pretty much our infancy of being a people that's getting ready to start working with ourselves after the devastation that we have gone through. I do believe that now is the time, if we're going to try to work with each other, will be right now to do it. You know what I mean? So we can get out all of the non-hackers and all of the ones that just want to be all talk. You know what I'm saying? You got people that are, as long as you're paying them, you got people that are destined to be employees all the time.
Right.
But if you got enough people that are how many millionaires, or at least people that are making some money in Jacksonville, that will want to own a grocery store in the heart of the black community.
That's you should, because blacks are the number one consumers.
Right.
And if everybody else studying your race and making money off your race, then the question is, why aren't you studying your race and making money off your race? Now, and see, with us, we are comedians and actors and stuff and podcasters. So I would say we have a lot on our plate that we're doing. So it's people out there that don't do nothing but work a 9 to 5. They don't do anything other than that. So I'm questioning, why won't they take their behinds out there and learn how to run and implement this stuff?
Because they're scared. It's like say you've been to a job and you don't like it.
Right.
But you want to quit, but you don't know how to quit. But when they fire you, then you get the mentality, oh, I got to do this, I got to do this. Now you successful better than when you was to the job.
So you got some form of motivation.
Yeah.
Firing is what motivates
Exactly.
you. Yeah. So what do you think, that it's best that Publix close so that we can see how the people in the community is going to rise up and feed their own, or are they just going to starve in that particular community?
Well, we don't have an option. They going to close anyway.
They trying to close Gateway, period.
And the people not going to starve. They're going to go to the gas station and pay overrate for the same food out of a grocery store.
For Dandy's food, cheeseburger.
And for foods that got ingredients that you can't even pronounce. So now when your body responds to all of those chemicals and stuff you putting in there, And then you now got to go buy medication. So not only could you not afford the groceries, now you got to get money to pay for the medication to take care of your body responding to the food that had a certain type of chemicals in there.
Because look out of town. Like, they food different.
Yeah.
Same restaurants. Same thing.
Somebody
but
put
no
up a post
and all that.
Somebody put up a post like, how can they sell a whole chicken for $3 at Walmart when they gotta raise all these chickens? They gotta put them on the farm, then they gotta put them on a truck, then they gotta treat them, they gotta clean them, then they gotta package them, then put it in the store. So how is it that they can sell it for that cheap of a price?
They can do that. They buy all of it. You ain't gonna turn Walmart down.
Well, I think
that's
honestly,
how their mind is.
I think it's when it goes from the creation of the product all the way up to the end of the product. The reason why McDonald's can sell burgers for so cheap is because in their factories they create the beef or the meat. They create the bread. Everything comes from their system. The McDonald's, then they truck it to you. The same thing with Walmart. Walmart is owned by the Chinese, and you already know that Chinese, when they ship their stuff over here, based off of the trades, they can ship over double the stuff for the same price that they would have.
Wish.
You know
they
what I mean?
Can make anything.
It's just that's them that's the Chinese. That's Wish.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to Barry S. McLeod.
Yeah.
Yo, Alan, go ahead.
We need to get Barry S. McLeod on the show out of Gainesville. He's making a film about us, how black men, we always talking about our problems, but we don't have a solution and a plan. And he kind of got that. He went to the first Million Man March, and he said they felt good, all of them being together. And he said people gave good speeches, but he said
nothing.
on the bus ride home, they came back and there was nobody had a plan of action. Nobody had. So he's passionate about making a film
so
to address that.
It was just like going to church.
Yeah,
you go to church and you get spiritually whoop, 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 and then you leave church and you still go ahead and there's nothing, you haven't been taught how to move naturally, but you know how to move spiritually.
But that's what's wrong. Like, that's just like, if you go to church, you get what you get, the milk. You get full. But ain't none of them spreading it in the street. Ain't none of them. They going right past that homeless man home. Matter of fact, they locking their doors.
Yeah. And you can't really blame them because some of them homeless people running game.
They is, but if I'm gonna give, I'm gonna give. I'm being pure.
Right.
I say no. I say, instead of saying I don't have it and I have it, no, I say nah.
Right. And some of them on fentanyl and different drugs. I watched a thing on that, how that's how they get their money to buy their drugs that they do.
I mean, how they was in California.
Obvious. Yeah,
it's a whole movement in California.
California was crazy.
What?
Too.
Oh man,
they shopping at regular. I'm finna go to Hollywood. Like,
yeah. And they was walking up and down the Hollywood strip. The way the Hollywood look on the movies don't look nothing like the way you really did. That joint is filthy. I'm serious. I saw a dude walking up, and he has a black dude. His hair was matted, and it had a shag.
He was following Leroy.
His feet was dirty black. Like the underneath, like the top part was brown black. His feet was dark black.
Like he been walking.
He was following Leroy.
No, he wasn't following me.
Yes, he was. He was like, "Wait, bro, what you want to do?" He was talking to us.
No, he wasn't talking to me,
You
Jack.
holding, bro. You holding.
Where'd you guys go, Leroy?
But
she went to go.
10 minutes.
She went to go. Pick
most of
up
them
my
got
daughter.
sense though.
Oh, okay.
Most of them got sense.
Yo, but what about that dude? You snatched his trash bag with his cans.
He got
in
sense
it?
though, didn't he?
Yo, he really he
was quick, wasn't
Chip, he had this big old bag, man, and I'm serious. The bag had to be about. It was tall and it was full of nothing but aluminum cans. Why Chip grabbed this man bag and was getting ready to run with it? That man got some. Hey. I was like, Chip, man, you gonna get us? We all the way on the West Coast. You gonna get us messed up?
Man.
We gotta fight this strong homeless dude.
$3 a cans.
No, that man had that was
he had
some
a bunch.
money. I'm
He
talking
had a
about.
bunch
Look
of
at you stand up. He had cans like the size of you, bro.
Yeah,
Bro,
good.
I'm short.
Yeah,
The garbage bag's my height.
Yes,
That's the point.
that's the
the whole
point. He had he had nothing but aluminum cans in there.
2.5 cents per ounce.
Yeah, he had
Man, he had about $17.
but you know
It's
when you
probably a higher cost in Cali.
Yeah, California.
Get a dime bag and three.
I don't know.
Three bones.
You meet the
dime
right,
bag and 3 bones.
Better
meet
put
the
dirt
right,
in them.
You meet the right comedian, you can get yourself the right proper weed you want. I know we was on that daggone bus, man.
Everybody was.
Yeah, everybody was.
Glad I wasn't there.
Yeah,
No, it was fun, man. It was
Hope
fun.
say, hey, look, if you
Y'all going
never
back?
smoked here, don't start because it's different.
Yeah.
And they still
Leroy, y'all not
disobey.
going this year?
Huh?
Y'all going this year?
I wanted to go. I really did. But, finances was looking a little tight this year. So I don't see me going this year. But I wish you all the best, though, man. Y'all know what y'all going to do when y'all get out there. Just make sure that you run your jokes and run them properly. Don't be like yeah, I'm done. That's my time. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody that don't. I'm just messing with Jason, man. Jason was like, yo, I'm done. That's my time. Out. You know what I'm saying? He ended that joint on a high note, bro.
With Memphis Will, he talking about, he threw me the microphone. I'm finished.
Yo, and then what was it? One girl that was on there, she screamed so hard during her set.
No, the Snipe Cake.
Yeah, she was on there. She was high.
Yeah, she was done. She was like,
because I seen them perform before, and it wasn't nothing like that. She was slobbing, sleeping on the back of the stage.
Like Jill Scott was slobbing on the mic.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that, but
I never see Jill Scott sucking the mic off.
No,
sir.
Oh, YouTube that bad boy.
No, I don't think I want to watch Jill. No, I heard about her, fondling the microphone. But who wants to watch Jill Scott?
Me.
You are nasty.
I met her before she got famous. I wanted.
Hey,
Lori, before she got.
Lori, you gonna just let him talk about another chick? Talking about you want?
They built the same. We good.
So that means when he tapping the meat, he thinking, now you said right. Now you got to think about that. You better get Jill out your mind.
Come on,
now.
baby. We need to take a long walk.
Ain't that some
Around
shit?
the park.
After dark.
Like, what's the name? That's a robbery.
Yeah, not around here. You can go for a walk around here. You go down. You go a couple of blocks though. You might end up. What's that movie?
In the tree?
Not in the tree. You'll be sheep.
Oh
sheep. You don't want to be a white man sheep. You know what I'm saying? You mess around and get your anal cavity pushed in.
Oh my.
Anyway, listen. So at the end of the day, Keita usually has a segment called Just Asking, but Keita had to step out, so I don't have her segment. So what I am going to do though is I'm gonna give everybody some time to speak their mind, speak their piece. We'll start with you, David.
Thank you for coming out. I don't really have a lot to say. Me on a personal level, man, I'm falling back from a lot of stuff, drama and all that, and sitting back watching people, man, and just create where I can create and build where I can build, man. It's all about peace, love, and energy. So that's what I'm gravitating to. Everything else, everybody else can have, man. Build with those that want to build with you. That's all I got.
Hello. What about you, Lori? What you got?
No, I'm just gonna fuck that little short man up. That's so he gotta watch himself when he go to sleep tonight.
We gonna get high. We gonna get high and have relations. We just gonna get fucked up. All right.
Put some insurance on him and put my name on the policy.
Yeah.
Hell no.
You got $100,000 death policy for Ed.
Just get him that casket.
Proceeds go to Signal 26.
We can use it now.
Yeah, we can do that.
No, we're not about to do that. No. What you got going on, Ed?
Actually, I just want to say something because of my health being bad. I've told a couple of watchers and listeners that I have MS and some other things wrong with me. So please, black people, do not be scared to go to the doctor and get checked. Not getting checked and being in denial does not mean that you're healthy. You get into that grave a little bit quicker. Go to the doctor and get checked. Guys, I know we have a fear about stuff going on back there. They knock you out and check you. You don't remember it. You don't feel it. Got to get that colon checked. I had 2 uncles die from that. That's not cool. I had 2 cousins die in the last 3 years with breast cancer. One, her breast cancer spread to her liver. So please, ladies and gentlemen, especially African Americans, go get your health checked.
You did one?
I don't have breasts. I don't need
I said colon
the colon part.
No, I'm good.
But you had something
I did colonoscopy.
Yeah.
I had to check, man. When they tell you that blacks have a history in your family, you need to get checked a little sooner. You're supposed to start getting checked at 35 if you have family members that have had colon cancer in the past. If you don't have family members, start at 45.
So here's my dilemma with that, right? You know how there's the generation where you don't know who your past parents are?
Yeah.
That's where I'm at. I don't know my grandfather. I know my dad. You know what I mean? And my dad, I don't know my dad's dad. You know what I mean? So I don't know what my past history will be. I know my mom suffers with high blood pressure, but I know that can be fixed with the food that you eat. You know what I mean? So that's why I decided that I'm not eating the way I used to eat before. So I don't do that. So I know my blood pressure and stuff is situated. So I know that that's fixed. But as far as having a history, I don't know what my history is because I haven't been privy to have it. So you're saying since I should have actually, now I'm 39, I should have actually got checked 4 years ago.
Yes,
is
sir.
basically what you're saying.
Don't delay.
I did a colonoscopy because my mama died of colon cancer, and I promised her that I would anyway. But they did find a polyp, 4 inches, something like that.
It'll be millimeters.
Millimeters,
4
whatever.
inches, man. That's
Well,
like
whatever. It was, but it wasn't.
There are 4 inches of polyps in there.
It was
4 inches. You were taking some dick.
It wasn't
Got a midget
cancerous
dick
though.
up his ass.
It wasn't. How you know what a midget? It wasn't cancerous though. Thank
cool.
God.
Thank you.
You know
Thank
what I'm saying? But at the end, they say you can fart.
Damn.
Them white people was in that bed.
Yeah. They put air in your system.
Yeah, you talking about? Oh, it's all right. I said, nah. It feel like something gonna come out.
It was.
Yo, I had a flexible sigmoidoscopy. I didn't have a colonoscopy. A flexible means that once it goes in, it doesn't curve where the intestines go. It just go in and
straight.
check out. Yeah, it go in there. And Keita was in there too. So it was pretty much like a
2 fingers.
It was a shared experience, is what I'm saying. It wasn't 2 fingers. It was a machine. He blow air in there.
No lubricant.
He blow air in there and then open you up. It opens you. It just opens you up. You know. I wonder where I heard that before.
I thought they said you had to be like 50 before you get that.
Now, if you don't have a family
if you
history,
don't have a family history,
yeah, you can wait.
No.
For prostate and that colonoscopy.
Yeah, I had a flexible right around 36, 37. I had a flexible, and you ain't lying. When they push that air in there, that junk come right back out. That junk, it was like, I'm like, listen, you back there now.
There's no telling what they do either, boy. Because you be
side.
talking to them, they put the anesthesia. Next thing you know, you wake up, you be like, y'all finished already?
3 hours then went by.
Let me get your number.
They had them 2 fingers like this. They blow you up like.
I hope they don't do that.
How do you know?
I'm just
You say
asking.
awoke?
That was the visualization
I
I got from Leroy.
Oh, no.
Hold on. Wait.
I don't know
From
what he
me.
did.
You said they blew up your ass in 2 fingers.
I didn't say nothing about 2 fingers, man.
Y'all heard it, right? Y'all out there
I
in
did
TV
not.
world heard
Did
2
I
fingers.
say 2
I
fingers?
wasn't on the screen. He wasn't on the screen.
Did I say
Somebody
2
over
fingers?
there said 2 fingers.
This is
The
what
moral
Ed's
of the
hearing.
story is get your check.
Right, literally. You know what I'm saying? That's what Ed's saying.
And eat better. Eat healthy. Realize what you eat and putting into your body because
Cut
there's a
out those
lot of
sugars.
toxins.
I don't care if it's real sugar, fake sugar, corn syrup, high fructose corn syrup.
What about cactus?
Kill all that. Like Dave has always said, get that agave.
Yeah, that's what.
Get rid of
It
that fake
tastes just
sugar.
like syrup.
Not that agave.
What agave you use?
It's right next to the honey in the grocery store.
It tastes like syrup.
Not to me.
For the sweetener?
Honey ain't honey. Honey ain't what.
Honey
everybody
ain't.
think it
Honey
is.
is fake. That's what I hear.
Yeah, honey
A
is
lot of
fake.
it is.
The Chinese been sneaking it. They've been getting over. Yo, they'll sneak over that bear. That bear ain't honey at
ain't
all.
real.
That is served with
7:30. I'm
food
gonna go.
coloring in it.
If y'all can,
Yeah, man.
Damn.
6 to 27.
if you have access
All
to a
right.
local flea market that sells fresh foods and fruits, please get local honey. And the people that sell it will actually tell you what type of bees and what type of pollen the bees use, so you can check.
Them the same people
legitimacy.
got
When
honey chicken.
Yeah, when I did the master cleanse, and the book I read on the master cleanse said that first of all, if you eat honey, then you're not vegan because honey is bees regurgitating, throwing up.
Yeah.
Also, they said that honey is supposed to be used externally only and not internally. They said that it was a wonder drug back in the day, and it speeds up the pancreas whenever you take honey internally. So that was part of the research that I found on honey, and that was enough for me to say I'm not going to take honey. But you know, if anybody else is eating it, that's fine, because they said when you get sinus or whatever, supposedly from the local honey, that helps with your sinus. But if I can live without something, and then I'm gonna live without taking it myself personally.
All right then. What? You gotta use the water again.
Hey man, if you shake it more than twice, you're playing with it.
Why you say it like that? Well, listen, right? We're going to end it on this note. I want to thank each and every last one of you all for tuning into the Signal 27 show. Please like, comment, and share this video along with all of the other videos that we have. We appreciate your support. If you have a Facebook page, please invite people to our page so they can go ahead and get this information, get these jokes, this laughs, all of that. So because we be doing it up. We Jacksonville's #1 live comedy podcast. So remember, if you don't get a chance to see us, we are on Facebook. We are also on YouTube, and we are also on Periscope when we go live on Sundays at 6:30. If you do miss us, you can always catch us on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and we have just been accepted for Pandora. So y'all can always catch up on all of the shows there. So we appreciate each and every last one of y'all. Y'all got anything y'all want to plug, anything y'all got going on? Because I don't have nothing this week.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing. What
I
you
don't
got?
have anything this week, except, Conscious Conversation with Comedians, 6 to 7 p.m. live via Facebook and locally at T-Pars Naturals. Stop in there, and we're going to start doing Herb of the Week. I'm going to start doing that. This week was Yohimbe, the main ingredient in Viagra. African bark off the tree has other benefits other than getting your manhood aroused, and women can use it too. But, T-Pars Naturals Cafe, 1818 North Davis Street. Stop in and see us. Unio Belief clothing is there at a better price than you can get it on the internet. So stop in.
All right. What you got going on, Ed?
I want to say for all those people out there that saw me in a hoodie earlier, I wrote that for a reason. Black people don't own fabric companies. They don't make hoodies. Why is the person that made the hoodie for us to wear scared of us wearing it?
Amen to that. That's a good question to answer for next week. Why is he scared? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of them scared of us. Well, you got
Are they
people
really scared, or they using that for an excuse to kill you?
Or they just don't care. I know Gucci don't care about the people wearing their clothes. But we be so quick to spend all our money on Gucci. But Gucci will tell you in a minute that I don't care that you wear my clothes. I just want your money.
Right. They want a campaign of your life is not valuable, and they want other humans to think that as well, so that when you get killed unarmed, it becomes a thing that's normal. That's why they show it on TV so much and show it so constantly.
Normalizing it. Listen, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in once again. Hey, listen, Kita's not here, so I'm gonna go ahead and plug her. She has what's that book at? Is it over there? It's underneath there. Yeah. Lakita Gordon, who is the author. Yeah, she's one of the ladies that be on the show with us, sitting right next to Lori. She has her book, The Other Side of Addiction, From Terrified to Triumphant. You can go catch that book or get that book on Amazon, or you can reach out to her at her Facebook page and let her know that you want a copy of the book, and she'll send you a copy of it signed. And she also has her new shirts based off of her Get Some line. I got my shirt. Dave is wearing one of the shirts right now. Get some. You know what I'm saying? Chip has got his bag. Got that bag to get some T-shirt for himself. You know what I'm saying?
And she has a dollar bill for the I in Get, and that is known as a sigil. Do your research on sigils, because you can create your own sigils, and sigils create power and energy. A lot of times we don't understand that we are under other people's creations, so that's why they become wealthy and have money and all that stuff, because they have sigils that we subscribe to, but we don't know. Do your research. Type in sigil and research on YouTube, and then use your logic against the information that you have researched.
Right. Sigil. S-I-D. Jewel.
I don't know how to spell it, so I can't help you with that.
Y'all check that out, but y'all make sure that y'all hit her up for some Signal 27. For The Other Side of Addiction, and her book, her T-shirt. Get Some, which means it's the health and wealth aspect of what she's going for. You know what I'm saying? You can't get wealth unless you're healthy, so you got to go ahead and get yourself some. Holla at your boy. Thank you all for tuning into the Signal 27 page, and we'll see you all next week. Holla.
Holla. Get some booty, too.
Everybody want to get a little something, you know, drop it all off in a drizzles.
Yeah. I didn't know that.